What's up, everybody? Hobby with Cage, episode 266. Got the Santa hat on. I don't care that it's not Thanksgiving yet. Thanksgiving is late this year. I don't know if you can see it through the haze there with the virtual background of Mantle and Griffey, but the revolving tree is in full effect. Those of you who've been listening to the show for a long time know about the revolving Christmas tree. I'll have to take the background down and show you guys the old revolving tree. It's a lot of fun. It's holiday time. We need it here. It's been a few days since I did an episode. A couple people reached out. Some of you guys, I don't realize, if I go a few days without an episode, without content, people are like, what the hell is going on? Are you okay? Which is interesting. Had a death in the family. To those of you who reached out, thank you very much. But, got to jump on. Got 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Jump in and do stuff, amidst the wakes and funerals and all the other, craziness that this week has brought. And I want to jump on here because this morning, an hour and 15 minutes ago, I tried to get Topps Chrome NBA. And this is not a sour grapes, I've come on here after, opening up Topps flagship product and be like, what the hell was that? I got a napkin patch of somebody I never even heard of. I paid how much for this? Where's the value in these boxes? It's not going to be like that. I jumped on as soon as it was there. Refresh. I didn't buy cases. I buy 2 hobby box, 1 jumbo. I put in a couple of, value boxes, for stocking stuffers. I wanted to open up a box or 2 of this with my son. We did it with the regular Topps that came out. I was lucky enough to get some, and I knew it sells out fast, but I was on, boom, and took a screenshot because, it makes for good content. 12:01, I'm in the queue. It's ready to go, blah, blah, blah. It says it'll take 5 minutes. By the time my 5 minutes was up at 12:05, it said that it was sold out. I was able to get the hanger boxes, which I think are still available now. And they'll probably be all over the place. They'll probably be in Target and Walmart and Dick's and wherever else. So that's not anything crazy. But, I was able to get, those hangers, but not the hobby box and not the jumbo box. And I was in there fast, ready to pay $700 plus tax for a jumbo box, $400. Because I'm sure now if my son wants to open one, I'm sure we go to a show. Which there's, the Philly show in December. I'm going to try to go to. I'm sure the box is going to be more than that. So I was willing to pay it. I would have been thrilled. It would have been a nice, Christmas present. I'll keep my eye out. Maybe it'll be something else. We'll figure it out. So, but had me thinking, this episode of The Hobby with Cage 266 brought to you by Card Ladder and Arena Club, and maybe some new sponsors. There's discussions going on behind the scenes. But it got me thinking, right? Spending this money, it's a fun to open. And obviously, I was ready to buy it, so I'm not complaining about it. And Topps, they did a good job. They limited the amount you could buy. I was ready to click the hobby box. Boop, 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 boop. 2 max. And I put 2 in. I said, I'd buy 2. Let's take it, which I figured would be great, limiting the bots, limiting the people, and there'd be enough supply for me to be able to grab some. Still sold out, wasn't able to. But it got me thinking about the NBA and cards. And anybody's been with me for a while knows we used to do picks and plays. We used to be like, all right, here's a cool pick. Here's a cool under the radar guy. And it had me thinking about the NBA products, the price of things, and how much we pay. Mostly because the other day I was thinking about this. I'm buying Dynasty soccer cards. I'm buying Dynasty baseball cards. I love the Dynasty set. I'm buying those cards, and the cards that I'm buying, I'm picking off nice cards, are cheaper than what the box prices are, especially as new releases come out every year and the box price goes up and up and up. You can pick up nice cards, which would be the hits, for less than what a box sells for. So that's one. Buy into some breaks and maybe buy the player you like. If you're an Edgecombe guy, instead of just buying a random box, buy his spot in the break. But it also really had me thinking, Cooper Flagg, he could be an all-timer. He could be great. He could make these boxes worth a ton of money. He could be the next LeBron James. And last night, LeBron played. It's amazing. I'm going to be, my next anniversary, I've been married 22 years. When LeBron stepped out onto an NBA court for the first time, I wasn't even married yet. Think about that for a second. He's been playing for a long time. Been playing this 23rd season and still had double digits, kept the streak alive last night, had a bunch of assists. if he plays like that for this season, he's got an outside shot of passing Jason Kidd and being number 3 all time in assists. But it got me thinking about the stats and how lucky we are to be watching this generation of scorers, right? People who are scoring, but not just scorers who have longevity on their side. And it got me thinking about some guys who you might be able to buy basketball cards of for less than what you're going to pay for Cooper Flagg or some of these other rookies that are out there. And it made me look. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, right? But let's look at Kevin Durant. Do you guys know how many points Kevin Durant, obviously LeBron's number 1 all-time in points, right, in the NBA? You guys know Kevin Durant has over 30,000 points, right? He is currently sitting at number 8 all-time in the NBA behind Will Chamberlain, Dirk, and Michael Jordan at number 5. Michael Jordan at number 5. Michael Jordan had 32,292, and Durant is at 30,882. So for those of us who are not so great at math, what is that? 4,000 points? 4,000, about 4,000 points. 3,000 and change, right? 3,410 points. There's some quick math. There's like 70 games left in the season. I don't know if he's going to play them all, but the dude's averaging like 25 points, right? That's a lot of points. You know, it's 100 points every 4 games. 10 games, 1,000 points. I don't know. Does he have an outside shot of catching Jordan this year? Maybe. Maybe not. Don't think Durant's hanging up at the end of this year, but think about that for a second. Even if he doesn't catch Jordan, right ahead of him, right ahead of Durant, Wilt is only like 500 and change points ahead of him. 500 and change points. It's like 20 games. Seriously, 20 games. Right? At 25 points. He should pass him before the All-Star break. Dirk, 31,560. He's less than 700 points. Think about that. By the All-Star break. Around the All-Star break. I mean, I'm assuming health. You could have the all-time NBA scoring list being LeBron, Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Kevin Durant, number 6. But I'm not giving you any secret here. I'm not giving you any, oh, wow, Kevin Durant, Not the most expensive guy in the hobby, but definitely not the cheapest. But let's think about that for a second. A couple years after, we had the 09 draft class. 09. You guys know who's number 11 in NBA scoring right now? Number 11 all time with 28,027. Just 260-ish points, 10 games, the way he plays, 15 games. Behind Carmelo Anthony to crack into the top 10 is James Harden. Like him, love him, hate him. You're talking about the 6 guys I just named, then add in Dirk, Wilt, Shaq, and then Harden. That's it. Think about the extended Mount Rushmore of scorers who you just heard there. This year, very soon, James Harden will crack into the top 10 of all-time NBA scorers. You could get his cards. You can get his cards. Not that expensive, right? Active, who's after him, sitting at number 20. Number 20 all-time, Russell Westbrook, 26,406. Now, with 500 more points, he can move up to number 14 all-time passing Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, this is a guy, he's not scoring as many. He's doing better this year than last year. He's averaging 14 and change a game. This is a guy who's going to move up the all-time ranks. And that's an MVP. That's a guy who would go back and check out the 3-year run he put together at OKC, where he was averaging a triple-double for 3 straight seasons, including one 30-point triple-double. Kind of like the thing that we talk about, the Joker doing. Like, wow, that's amazing. Look at his stats. Look at what he did for a 3-year run. And he's playing for Sacramento now, which had me really thinking, obviously you got Steph. I'm not telling you anything you don't know with Steph. Steph's sitting there at number 22 with 25-7. The way he's playing, he'll probably pass Westbrook soon. And then when Westbrook gets to 14, Steph will go to 13 and move him back. Yeah, we'll push Westbrook back to 15. But a little weird one, a little one that I didn't think of because, he's playing well this year. He always seems to average over 20. He's been doing it for a long time. Same draft class, and now the same team as Westbrook. So I've been watching him a little bit more with my NBA pass. DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan has 25, 5, 5, 5. He's sitting at number 25 all time. And he's not that far behind. He's like 200 points behind Steph. You know, he's going to move up this rank. He's going to pass, Vince Carter. He's going to pass some names soon. Kevin Garnett. And that's a guy who, you don't really think of. You don't really think of in the all-time greats. And his prices don't reflect all-time great. So it's just one of those things that I was thinking about, right? Obviously we're talking about, a different era, a different scoring era now. And there's a lot of scoring. But if you look at the ranks of the people who are playing now, Giannis comes, down the road. There's not really many active players. But if you look at it, we've got these active players who started, Durant 07, LeBron 03, but then this 09 class here with Steph and Harden and Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan here. They're moving up the ranks, and some of them have high-end cards that you can pick up for less money than some of the rookie cards that are coming out for this year's class that haven't done anything. These guys would sign up right now to be a top 10, top 15 scorer of all time in the NBA. And yet we're watching guys who are doing it right now under the radar without anybody talking about them. So I figured, why shouldn't I be the one to talk about them? Haven't gone out and bought any of them yet. I think I may start buying some DeMar DeRozan cards. Definitely some Westbrook. I know some listeners out there very excited about hearing Westbrook talked about in this way, because I got some Westbrook fans who listen, who send me all the pictures of all their Westbrook cards. Harden. It's impressive to think about. Take a look. Just, Google it. Top 25 all-time NBA scorers. You'd be surprised. And you'd be surprised how close these guys are to moving up into some rarefied air in NBA point scoring. It's pretty crazy. And it's another fun episode, just what I was thinking about today. You guys, hope you enjoyed it. This one was brought to you by Arena Club and Card Ladder. If you're buying your cards, take a look at the value on Card Ladder. Maybe you'll find some bargains of the guys I just talked about. Use code CAGE. Who knew? Code CAGE, CAGE. Get yourself a discount on Card Ladder. Talk to you guys soon. Take care, everybody.